heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do continue, let us give a brief little review. Now, in the last part we had Izuku and Katsuki. These two, they have been enjoying their time in the cowboy world. They have spent somewhere around 12 years in that dimension of their 30-year sentence. Now, Deku, he's trying to help hunt down a creature that was attacking the natives of the forest. It has already killed 2 of his men, and it has already killed some livestock and possibly taken some children. Now, there actually also was Bakugo and Izumi. These two, they finally jumped to another dimension. They gathered as much data as they could about reality benders and anomalous creatures. And there actually was, with the two, they found themselves in a world where it was strange. Bakugo, he woke up in a hospital bed, and he saw a man outside. He tried to leave to talk to the man, however was immediately stopped by somebody who held a gun to his head. And once they realized that Bakugo wasn't one of them, they tried to talk to him calmly. And Bakugo, he learned quite a bit. And that actually was Izumi. She found herself locked in her bedroom, and outside there was a strange creature. Something was growling on the other side of her door, and there was blood trailing in from underneath it. And she believes on the other side of that door might be the body of her father, along with something either eating him or waiting to kill her. Now, with that out of the way, we actually will pick up with Izuku. Izuku, him and many people from the village, they are trying to get their things in order, lick their wounds, and try again the next night. However, there's just the issue. The next night, the creature doesn't show up. And the night after that, the creature doesn't show up either. And the town, they're a bit more concerned. The creature knows that they want to try and hunt it, try and take it down. So now, they need to somewhat fortify. They're not too sure if the creature will come back. The fact that it hasn't already shows a sign of intelligence. It is not willing to go after a prey that will put up a fight. So, it's more willing to try and take what it can and just sneak away. That's what they know so far. And the village has been trying to get fortified for the last couple days. And we actually have about day 7. So a total of 9 to 10 days since Deku has arrived in this village. There actually is Deku, who, a lot of men, they have done some work. They've put up walls, they've fortified them, and they made sure that even if you were to ram as hard as you could into them with your shoulder, they wouldn't even budge an inch. And if a horse were trying to pull the thing down, it would not come down. The horse would give up tired before this thing could come down. That's what they believe. And while they are very well structured, they can actually be taken down with enough force. And we actually have Deku, who, the sun is going down, and right now he's somewhat sitting there. He's thinking about a lot of things. He's seen many strange creatures before in his life. He's seen the ones of the forest, he's seen the ones of the Foundation, and he remembers seeing one whenever he was reliving his life, or, well, other versions of his own life. And this creature, it looks similar to one he may have seen, but it doesn't make sense. Okay, so he's confused, though. He might be getting it wrong. Or maybe not. Maybe he isn't. Alright. Maybe they'll have to look into this. Now, a man he actions go walking up to Deku. As Deku, he does look up towards the man. The man looking down towards Deku before asking him if he has eaten. I have. You have eaten? Yes. Good. Now come with me. The man watching Deku go to get up. Before Deku does ask him what's going on. And the man would try to inform Deku. Many men do not believe he is capable of fighting and hunting. While he is a powerful warrior, speed isn't all a warrior is. They need to see him in battle, and he'll be tested against him. And Deku, he actually just walk into a room, where a ton of men, they actually are all standing around. And Deku, he feels like he might know what this is. The men are all standing around and waiting. And there actually is the man, he does get to pull off his shirt to reveal his body. It is one that is shown to be of a warrior. He has been attacked by some of the creatures of the land, and even some men who may have seen him. And Deku, he can see from the scars, this man is a warrior. He isn't no joke. And the man is going to look directly at Deku. And Deku, he does something to nod before just bringing his hands up. And whenever he does actually go to pull off his shirt, the cheering of the crowd does something to fall silent. As the man that Deku was supposed to fight, he stares directly at Deku's scars. I mean, the injuries, they don't seem real. Standing across from him is a man with burns covering his shoulders, on his shoulder blades, and then a massive scar right there on his shoulder, on the right side. You can tell it's a large bite wound, but, well, the pound of flesh that was taken from there, it looks brand new. That shouldn't be possible. He should be missing flesh there. And it seems strange. And then actually over Deku, he does get to turn around, asking the guy if he's getting a good once over. And the guy, he does go to directly look at Deku's back. There is a massive amount of lacerations across them. And the man, he does go look directly at them, seeing them, before Deku is going to turn back around. Ask him if that was it. And the man, he does just going to silently nod at Deku, as many of the men who live here in this village, they don't say a word. There are some who still are curious. Those injuries are the ones they wouldn't expect to see on a living man. That's for damn sure. He might as well have been a corpse from the battlefield brought back from death. So, how good is this gonna be? That may be what a few men do think. As Amanda's actually going to somewhat shout out loud something before the, well, warrior rushes towards Deku. And Deku, he actually is going to bring his hands up. And the moment the warrior is going to step forwards and get directly in front of Deku, pulling back his hand, Deku, he's right there. Before, the man is going to throw out his fist, and Deku, he does going to do one thing. He moves his head to the left and does so with the top of his body. Him dodging out of the way, and someone going to crash down a bit. Bring his hand up, and Roki smashing a flat palm against the man's nose. Before grabbing him by his hair, bringing his hand upwards, grabbing him by the back of his shoulder, and kicking his foot out from underneath him. Deku picking the man up off the ground, as he actually is going to somewhat fling him back down directly into the ground as hard as he can. And whenever that does actually happen, the man, he's caught off guard. Deku, he just did something quite bad. The man's nose is broken, and Deku, he actually is going to pull back his other hand to fight the man. And a ton of people, they do watch the beatdown. Deku and this man do go back and forth. At some points, it looks like Deku is just playing with this man. I mean, the guy will get 2 shots in before Deku just retaliates. And then there's actually Deku. He does bring up both of his hands, telling the man to come on, hit him in the goddamn face. He wanted to show off, didn't he? That's why he wanted to fight. If he wants to see what a real warrior does look like, Deku dodging on the way, punching his right hand directly down into the left side of his ribs before just bring up his left hand and smashing against the right set. Whenever Deku is going to do that, he actually is going to bring his hand up. And with his right fist, he does immediately clock the man across the face. And the man is going to smash directly down into the ground. And a few people do see that. The room falls silent. And Deku, he does look around. Before just going to bend down and ask the guy if that was it. And the man is going to look directly up. Him just nodding at Deku before Deku is going to bring him a hand and help the man to his feet. And the man he actually somewhat going to wince as Deku does tell him. He might have cracked a few of his ribs. So, see the doctor. You fight strangely. I know. I fight to hurt you. That was why. You wanted to see a good way to fight. See how I conduct myself. That was precision. That's what you need to know about me. That's all you really need to know. Although, you got a few good hits in. I'll give you that. Good. Now, the man is going to nod to Deku, before turning and announcing in a native language that they will be working with these men on a hunt. And tomorrow morning, they will be splitting their groups up to hunt and track the creature. Since they all are a part of the forest, if this creature is killing one of them, it is going to kill all of them. It will move on once it gets done here, find a new place, and do the exact same. Start with the livestock and then move to humans. And the man, he actually is going to look directly at Deku. And Deku, he does going to repeat something similar. Explain the situation to the people who are here. Now, a lot of people, they actually are very surprised. And there is actually where we will cut over to Izumi and Bakugo. Let's open with Bakugo. Bakugo, he actually is doing something very strange. He's following the man who found him at the hospital. And a lot of people, they actually are very surprised. Bakugo, he meets up with a few people. And some of them, he's not too sure he knows. I mean, there's this one guy, but that's about it. He looks somewhat familiar, but he can't quite place it. Now, everybody, they are currently moving around. And Bakugo, he does learn a bit more about the rules. The creatures that are outside. And there actually is where he is, huddled around a campfire, talking to a few people. Some of them actually talking about what happened. So hang on. I'm just confused. Okay, what's there to be confused about? Okay, listen, Kirishima. I don't know too much about it. But this whole idea, for the last couple months, I've been asleep in a hospital and what? Aliens? Demons? Otherworldly entities? Whatever you want to classify them as. They just come here? I don't know what to tell you. Listen. That's all we know. Okay. I get that. I get that. Trust me. I'm not blaming you guys. It sounds weird. I know. Listen. No one knows where they came from. There are theories. And a lot of the rules that we know about them, they seem to be that way. Okay, but I'm just confused. So, if this is true, then they don't follow laws. Or even, well, physics. Yeah. Actually, That's how the military got taken out first, along with a few places actually trying to be last bastions. Really. Yeah. I don't expect you to understand it, man. But, a lot of stuff happened. The first couple weeks weren't good. People died. A lot. Others were driven insane by looking at those things. And the ones who are still alive are just the ones who haven't looked. Okay, but you're saying direct eye contact is the thing, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, no one knows for certain, but there's also another theory. And honestly, we really hope it's not true. Uh, what is it? If you make direct eye contact with one of those things, they'll know how to track you. Always. Until you kill it or it kills you. Okay, that doesn't sound good. It's not. So, what what was it like for you? For me? Yeah. I mean, well, your world. My world? Sorry. I think I might have drinking a little bit too much. You just you woke up in the world of yesterday. That's all I'm asking. Just tell me something, please. Oh, um, well, I don't really know what to tell you. My girlfriend and I, we were together just before the accident that got me in that bed. We were out somewhere. I remember the way things were. We were walking through a park, and there was a bakery nearby. I could have swore I smelled chocolate chip cookies, but I don't know. I just the smell of baking dough and the hustle and bustle of everything. It seemed so nice. At the time I didn't like it, but she she did. I put up with it, trying to make her happy. And then what? I I don't remember. You don't or you can't? I don't know. Maybe both. Sorry. Listen, you can get some sleep. I mean, it's about time we wake up one of the others to go on watch. And well, I mean, scavenge. You're gonna scavenge in the morning, so just go to bed. Right, right. Um, Kirishima, yeah, what's up? If it's any consolation, I'm new to this too. Yeah, yeah, you are. Just just try to find her. Trust me, I need to. Now, Baka would head to bed. We actually will cut over to Izumi. Izumi, she hasn't left her room in the last day, and she is somewhat concerned. This is hard to deal with, and right now, she's trying to search through her memories, find out the events that may have led her to be here. And there actually is earlier that day. Izumi, she woke up, showered, got dressed, and headed out. she went to college, and she was hearing strange little reports from anywhere around the country, and even outside of Japan. I mean, it was boring, and she just thought that, hey, maybe something was going on, but people were just overreacting. So she just brushed it to the side. And she came home from school later, and she just wanted to relax. I mean, this was her day off, and it was ruined by a Monday. So, she doesn't have to work, but she still had to wake up early and get dressed to be productive. That's always fun. Now, Izumi, she laid down, and she took a bit of a nap. That's what she does remember. She remembers herself falling into unconsciousness, but this sound in the distance, whatever it was, things just seemed, well, unnatural. But before she can really even try to get back and be alert, she was already unconscious. And there was later. She woke up to a loud banging sound. It rang throughout the house, and she didn't know what it was. And then there was just a loud guttural scream. That's what it was. That's where she remembers her memories as ending. She doesn't know if she fainted or if she just went into shock, but she just sat there. And she listened to it. Whatever it was on the other side of that door, licking its wounds. She knows it's injured, but she doesn't know what it is. Now, Izumi, she is worried. She's already tried to test it. No superpowers. She is a normal human. And right now, that terrifies her. No superpowers. At all. And well, right now, she is wishing for those flames. She may have not liked them, but she grew to understand how that power worked. And she was getting a bit more comfortable with it. Yes, it's not her superpowers, but right now, any fucking power at all would help her stay calm in the situation. And there actually is where Izumi, she does try to piece it together. See, she does search around her room, trying to find something that she can use as a weapon. However, she also is thinking, there might be a weapon outside. So, she does need to be careful here. Her getting off of her bed and making her way to the door. And stepping in some dry blood. Before she just bring her hand up to the handle. And slowly turn it before creaking it open. Looking outside to see what's going on. She can't see anything in the hallway. The lights aren't on. And, well, there is a faint glow from the living room. So that light out there is on. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Her stepping out. And directly over a body. And Izumi, yeah. She doesn't even bother. She knows already who it might be. The hair. And the side of the face that she does see. It's somewhat twisted into fear and horror and pain. She does just think she can mourn that loss later. That isn't her father. That is not her father. And that is what she does keep telling herself. Izumi, she is a bit worried though, as she has got to walk directly into the living room. It feels, well, it's been a long time since she's actually been home. But this isn't home. It's a false copy. Her looking around. There are tons of things around here that don't look at all similar to her home. I mean, it's her house. She knows that. But it's a different apartment. It's styled differently. The paint on the walls looks off. And then there's the way the furniture is arranged. If she remembers correctly, it's different. And, well, it wouldn't be so bad. if she didn't walk into the living room to see her mother laying dead against the coffee table. It was not easy to look at, and she looked around. The creature, whatever it was, wasn't here in the apartment, and she didn't go to close the front door, locking it and deciding that right now she needs to stay in place, find out more information, and see what's going on, since she clearly has been here for too long. Now, Izumi does try to get her things in order. Her actually charging her phone and checking to see what's going on. It's been a long time since she had one, and right now it feels strange. Looking online and trying to find more information, it shows that this place, it's suffered something strange. 2 weeks ago, this place was destroyed. The sky turned a different color. And then these things started to pop up out of nowhere. No one knows what they are. And the theories that scientists do have so far from testing one of their dead, they weren't looking too good. And the last thing that was brought up about these things were that more information would be given when it is available. Now, Izumi should stay at the apartment. It takes some time. However, she is able to get her head on straight. And she does try to look outside. She wants to see the sky. She wants to know why it's been different, what may have changed, and see it with her own eyes. And there actually is Izumi, who she does look outside very early in the morning. And she does look around to see if there's nothing outside. Her relieved before she's going to open the door and drag out one of her parents' bodies, since they have been stinging up the apartment for some time. And whenever she knows going to do that, she has to look around before looking up and seeing the sky. The color. You wouldn't notice it, but, well, the skies turned red. Not blue anymore. Red. But out in the distance, that looks purple on the horizon. What happened here? A lot has happened here, Izumi. Her turning around. Before her mouth does going to disappear since she tried to scream. And whenever that does happen, there actually is where she just goes to step forwards, feeling a force pull her back into the apartment. And it does feel odd. Before she actually is set down on the couch, and the blood is going to disappear. And the apartment, it smells better. Before her mouth is going to reappear. And Reality Bender Deku, he actually going to take a seat across from her, in a chair that wasn't there before. What are you doing? Well, it's nice to see you again. Where did you drop me? Drop? Well, accurate choice of words, actually. This world has suffered a catastrophe. Has it? It has. Now, I'm going to let you know a few things. Well, you and Bakugo, you were teleported at the exact same time. You're here months in advance before he wakes up. He wakes up? Yes, actually. I'm not making it easy on you two anymore. In fact, I haven't made it easy on your counterparts either. What did you do to them? Izumi, I'm not going to spoil it. At least not for whoever has been watching us. You know? You know. Of course I do. Whoever is watching us, I know about them. And as far above in the hierarchy I am, I don't know who it is. I just know that they're there. However, to me, they became normal. as normal as looking around the room and not feeling like anything is off. However, if I do focus on it, I can feel it. Okay, but why are you telling me this? Because I don't play favorites. I gave your counterparts a review on what I was doing to them. They're currently spending 30 years in a world with cowboys and cryptids. What? Oh, yes. Cowboys and cryptids. They're outlaws. And, well, currently, if I'm correct, 12 years have passed for them. At least the ones that they have lived. So, that's how they're going. In fact, they're doing very well for their situation. And I do mean that in every sense of the word. Very well. Okay, but can I ask a question? By all means, Izumi. I actually do welcome it. I'm sure that your reaction will be the exact same as it always has been. So, why is it even worth asking then? Izumi, there are people watching. You have to. Allow our audience to hear us. I don't like it. Get them to stop. Why? Afraid they'll see something that they don't like? Think they're too invasive? Too personal? No. I want to go home. I just, I don't like it. I want Bakugo. Bakugo. Which one? I don't know. Anyone. Izumi, this game's been going on for a lot longer than you think. Game? Is that what our lives are to you? Izumi, let me tell you a few things. Here and now. I take this very seriously. And right now, I am setting things aside to have a personal chat with you. In fact, I was building a universe while I took time away from this. What? Sorry. Spread myself a little too thin there for a second. I'm observing the others. The others. The other universes. The candidates. The ones that I might drop you inside of. Before I do decide that they may not be worth my time. And I just brush them away. I decide to cut those branches off of the tree. What does that mean? I thought you'd understand an analogy. What do you do whenever a tree becomes overcrowded? A tree, it has an infection inside of it. And when the branches are rotting, if it spreads to the entire structure, what happens to the tree, Izumi? It rots. Exactly. So, I don't feel like I need to explain to you too much more. You're lying to me. Izumi, I have not lied one bit so far. In fact, I have been very truthful. Then where is Bakugo? Fine. I'll tell you, but you won't like the answer. In fact, I can just move him farther away, because you are making this a bit more difficult than it needs to be. No, don't, please. Please. Alright. Just because you said please, Izumi. That's it? That's all? Now, tell me, Izumi, exactly why do you think I'm doing this to you? Why? I don't know. Why I'm doing this to any of you? I have an answer, but I won't like it. You think I'm a psycho. I was human once, Izumi. Deku bringing his hand down, wrapping it around something before just going to bring his hand up and turn it. Before a bottle of wine pops into his hand and then a glass of wine just sit there. They just popped up. They weren't there a second ago. Oh, Izumi, listen. I will tell you quite simply because Bakugo doesn't believe. I was human once. There were times where I did things I didn't like, and things that I did just because I could. In fact, I did much. I was a childhood god, and I was bored. Wherever you live through your first life, you find love, you stop crime, and you're, quite literally, rising above everybody else at the age of 4. What do you think happens to you? You decide to stop crime. No one has powers anymore. There's no need for crime. There's no need for heroes. There's no need for villains. A perfect utopia is made, Izumi. Now, what do you think I did after that? I don't know. I lived. In fact, whenever I was still human, mentally that is, it was difficult to overcome, difficult to understand. I cradled many, many people I have loved over my long life. I've cradled them in my arms. Some, they begged me. They begged me to stay alive. And others, they pleaded to let them die. They knew everything about me. They knew my powers. They knew what I was capable of. I made it quite well apparent. And yet, there's always this one world that always does intrigue me. What world is that? Why ruin the surprise, Izumi? Why waste it? There's torment. There's suffering. There's loss. There's pain. Everything that made me feel human. And now, I'm numb to much of it. Izumi, let me tell you one thing. Your lives are all being lived simultaneously by me. I know everything you do. I know everything you think. And yet there is one mystery that does elude me. What mystery is that? Why? Why am I a god? Why one day I was a little boy running around waiting for a power. And the next, I wake up to find I can control reality. In fact, my first feat was an accident. Destroying all quirks in the world. Then restoring them. And then doing whatever I wanted. Watching my world die. That one was a doozy. I might send you two there. Allow you to have personal time. I don't care. Really. What about my world? What about my home? What about Bakugo's home? Oh, Izumi. That is... This will be most difficult for you to hear. Your homes don't exist anymore. They were rotten. And they were infecting the tree. What do you mean? The fact that you two are still alive, the fact that you four still do exist, is because I allow it. That's all. I allow you to exist. And I am most interested to study this effect. Why? Why do this to us? I will not answer that question. I've explained myself enough. And you should be able to piece it together from there, Izumi. I know you're smart enough to do so, and I know you will. Now, try to survive. And remember, do not be afraid of death, Izumi, because there are worse things than it in this world. And I do mean that quite literally. If you look outside, you'll see it. You'll see horror. You'll see pain. And you'll know, when you see it, that there are some men who do not wish to see even the horrors I have created here. Now, Reality Bender Deku would go to disappear. And if he does so, Izumi, she's left there stunned. A lot of things are running through her mind. If what he just said was true, then what does that mean for her home? Bakugo's home? No, 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 no. That, that can't be real. Everything he said. No, 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 no. She needs to. She can't breathe. She can't breathe. Okay, okay. Deep breath, deep breath. Now, Izumi should start to take a deep breath before passing out on the couch. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.